Welcome to this quick demonstration of the new API web service for FormMaker, and we'll start off just by having a look at importing a form. And here we're going to just import a form using the button down the bottom, and we now get an option of either using the clipboard to import a form, which is the way that we've done it so far in FormMaker, or using the new web service. So let's try the new web service. And it goes to our server to get a list of the current groups. Now, as we've just released that, we've just got the public iPad and the public iPhone groups. So we'll choose iPad, and there we are. That's the list of forms that are currently loaded on our server under that group name. And if we just pick one of those, it goes and gets the form details and imports it into FormMaker. So that's importing the form from the web. Now obviously that's just the public groups, and you'll probably want your own group. So if you go back to the base menu in FormMaker, you add your own group using this little button down the bottom called Add Web Group. And if you click on that, it asks you for a group name. So if we call it Test1, we've got to supply an email address, and you can only create one group per email address. So we'll just create one of those, mac@mac.com, and the default is to protect it with a password, otherwise any other user can see all of your forms. That might be what you want, but probably normally isn't what you want. So if you just protect it with a password, that's probably the best thing to do. And we'll put in a password, and we'll just call this one test, but obviously you will need a stronger password than that. There we go. And it just reminds us that we need to review the terms and conditions. So there we are, we can have a look at those, go back, and we can then accept those terms and conditions, and it then creates the web group for us. So now we've got a web group, but we've got no forms within it. So we'll go back into the form list, and we'll export this employee details form to that web group. So again, when we click on export, it says how do you want to do the export: clipboard, which is the usual way, or the way that we've used so far in FormMaker, or the web. So here obviously we're using the web, and it says select a group that you want to export your form to, and in this case we want to export it to test1, which is our group that we just set up. Click on OK, and now it asks us for the password for that group, and that's how we protect it. So it now says the form's added to the web. So if we went to another device now, we should be able to import that form from that group very easily, just by selecting the group, saying OK, supplying the password, and then selecting the form. And there we go, it's imported it again. So normally you would export on one device and then import on another device. And that's basically all there is to the web service with FormMaker.